Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Laksmita Roshidah Diana Librata. Just call me Mita. I am from IUP student of 10 November Institute of Technology, Geophysical Engineering 2019. In this video, I will discuss about the texture and the structure of igneous rock. But before that, I will explain about what is igneous rock in general. So, igneous rock is a rock that has formed from the cooling and solidification of magma or lava. It means that when molten rock cools down and essentially turns into a solid. There's a difference between lava and magma. When it's deep inside the earth, under the surface, we call it magma. Once, if it erupts onto the surface, we call it lava. Igneous rocks are classified according to where they cool and solidify. The first type is extrusive igneous rock. These form on the surface, and because they cool really quickly from lava, we're going to get very small or maybe even a crystal at all. The second is intrusive igneous rock. That means it forms inside the earth from magma. It's pretty hot inside the earth, and so that magma is going to cool very slowly. And when it solidifies, it will allow minerals to form in crystals. Because it happens so slowly, those crystals are able to grow very large. Okay, now I'm gonna discuss about the texture and the structure of igneous rock. First is the texture. Texture is generally determined by several important things, namely crystallinity and granularity. First is crystallinity. Crystallinity is the degree of crystallization of an igneous rock at the time of its formation. Crystallinity in its function is used to show how much is in the form of crystalline or non-crystalline, but it can also reflect the freezing speed of magma. If the magma in the freezing is slow, then the crystal is raw. Meanwhile, if the freezing takes place quickly, then the crystal will be smooth. However, if the cooling takes place very quickly, then the crystalline form is amorphous or shapeless. In its formation, three classes of degrees of crystallization are known: holocrystalline, hypocrystalline, and holohyaline. First, holocrystalline, which is igneous rock where everything is composed of crystal. This texture is characteristic of plutonic rocks, which are microcrystalline that have frozen near the surface. Next, hypocrystalline. It is a part of the rock consists of glass mass and the other part consists of crystal mass. Then, holohyaline is an igneous rock which are all composed of glass masses. The texture of holohyaline is mostly formed as lava. The second is by granularity. Granularity is defined by its grain size in igneous rock. Generally, there are two groups of grain size texture. First is phenolic. Crystals from this group can be distinguished from each other in a mechanical way with ordinary eye. Second is aphanitic. Crystals from this group cannot be distinguished from the ordinary eye, so we need a microscope. Rocks with aphanitic texture can be composed of crystal, glass, or both. Based on how it's formed, it was extrusive or intrusive. There are 6 textures of igneous rock. Let's discuss about the texture of extrusive igneous rock. The first texture is glassy. This texture is formed due to the rapid cooling, and glass produced by irregular ions freeze instantly. An example is obsidian. Second is porphyritic. Porphyritic is composed of 2 different crystal sizes, a mixture of raw crystal with fine crystal bits. Some minerals freeze inside while fine grains form when magma comes out during an eruption. The example is granite. Third is vesicular. Vesicular is extrusive rock that have hollows that are produced by gas bubbles that are released when the magma solidifies. For example is pumice, which form when the lava which reaches its silica is thrown out during the explosive eruption. Fourth is pyroclastic. Pyroclastic texture results from the melting of fragments containing dust or lands that were previously liquid or large angular blocks that released during the explosive eruption. For example is breccia. Fifth is aphanitic. Aphanitic is a fine-grained igneous rock consisting of very small crystals, so minerals can only be distinguished with the microscope. For example is rhyolite, andesite, and basalt. Next, let's discuss about the texture of intrusive igneous rock. The texture of intrusive igneous rock is phaneritic. Phaneritic is coarse-grained rock that composed of mass of crystals that grow together and are almost the same size and quite large. So, the minerals can be identified without a microscope. For example is diorite. Okay, now let's move to another topic. The second point is the structure of igneous rock. The structure is a macro rock appearance that includes the position of a clear layer or general layer of rock. The structure of igneous rock is mostly only visible in the field, not in a hand specimen. The first structure is massive. Massive is a structure that shows rock that looks uniform or similarly. The second is sheathing joint. Sheathing joint is an igneous rock structure that is seen as a layer. The third is columnar joint. Columnar joint is a structure that shows polygonal separate rocks such as pencil sticks. Fourth is pillow lava, which is a structure that resembles a lumpy pillow. This is due to the freezing process occurring in the water environment. Fifth is vesicular, which is a structure that shows holes in igneous rock. This hole is formed due to the release of gas during the freezing. Sixth is amygdaloidal. Amygdaloidal is a vesicular structure that is filled with other minerals. The last is flow structure, which is a structure that shows the alignment of mineral in certain direction due to flow. I think that's all for me. Let me say sorry if there's something wrong. Thank you for your attention. Please give this video thumbs up and comment down below. Bye!